All right, welcome to the workout. We're going to start with the thoracic opener, okay? With the foam roller. Grab your foam rollers and get ready to get going. Here we go. So you're going to start out by trying to place the foam roller directly under your shoulder blades, okay? So under your shoulder blades, and then you'll begin to lower your head to the floor. With your head on the floor, if you can, try to take some deep breaths. Or when you get your head as low as you can, try to take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. You're going to keep going up and down, trying to push your head to the floor as best you can, as many times as you can in this 10-minute period. Now, I don't want you to go fast though. I want you to go slow. Breathe out as you lower your head down to the floor, and breathe in as you bring your head back up. Try to go up and down a couple times, going really slowly. Keep your hands behind your head. Don't take your hands away from your head. All right? Keep your hands locked behind your head. If you need a breather, take a breather. But next, we'll go ahead on and drop the knees to one side. We'll alternate legs. Drop the knees from one side to the other side. Make sure that the knees are staggered, that the feet and the knees are not going to touch each other. Try to get that top knee to touch the floor. See if you can do it. Most of you guys can't, but don't worry. Just give it your best shot and try to do it best you can. As your knees are dropped to one side, try to push your head back to the floor. Again, still remembering to do that breathing pattern. Breathe out as you push your head down, and breathe in as you come back up. Repeat this on both sides, making sure that you take that time. All right, now let's go into the pretzel progression. Start seated with your hands behind you and just drop your knees to the side. The challenge here is try to get your knees to touch the ground, both of them, at the same time, ideally. Now, notice here, as I roll from one side to the other, I'm going to try to lift my hands off the floor to progress this exercise slightly. If this is too challenging, just stay back at the intro movement where the hands stay on the floor. All right, next we're going to get into the hip cars. Some of you guys had to modify this by laying on your side. Go ahead on and do that now. The rest of you guys can begin on all fours. The goal is to move as slowly as possible, and that's the hardest part because your muscles and your nerves and your body just doesn't want to go that slow when you do this exercise. But as you can see, I'm trying to start out by engaging my glute as I drive that foot up. And then I'm trying to rotate around as if I'm lifting my knee over something or like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. When I place my foot down, I place it down in a place where my body can manage it. I don't force it to get up higher than it needs to be. I just try to put it down comfortably. Then I try to lift the foot up slowly without rotating or shifting my weight in my hands. Try to keep even pressure. And then I begin to slowly return it back to the original place and put my knee down. This is very challenging, so take your time and be patient with your body. All right, let's keep it moving and go into the bird dog next. All right, make sure you guys are taking breaks when you need it. But here we go. Let's get started with the bird dog. The bird dog is a great recovery exercise designed around the neurological connection of the muscles in your core. Now, when you reach out your opposite arm and opposite leg, you want to make sure that you have balance and stability and that you're not just flailing around trying to find your balance. So, putting your foot down first is a great way to help establish that balance. Straighten out that back leg, keep your toe down, and then lift once you've found your balance. The upper torso stays stable, the chest stays level with the floor, and you reach that arm out as straight as you can. But the trick is in the foot. Put that foot down initially so that you find your balance, and then when you lift up, you can really feel that glute squeezing really strong. So again, focus on that opposite leg, opposite arm, reaching out and creating some balance and stability, but use that toe down initially to help build that balance so that you're using the right muscles when you do this exercise. Give it a try. All right, let's move on to the side plank. I want you guys to make sure that you keep those elbows under your shoulders, all right? Elbows under the shoulders as we go. Begin with your body in a straight line. Make sure your elbow lines up with your hip and knee. Bend that bottom knee so that you can create an easier lever on your hip. This exercise is most effective when you have back pain, when you are currently in back pain. You want to give this a try. Going up and down and pulsing is much easier to kind of manage, but what I want you to try to do is hold in an isometric hold up, keeping your body in a straight line, focusing on that hold to try to get that glute med to activate. This part is very challenging, so going between a pulse and a hold is always okay, but making sure that you feel that glute on the bottom hip really activating, that's the key. Give it a try. Excellent job. Now we're moving on to the last exercise of the day, the floor to stand. I want you guys to start on your backs, laying flat on your back. And we're going to try to alternate sides each time. All right, here we go. Begin by rolling over onto one side. Roll onto that shoulder. Push that opposite hand into the floor until both hands are on the floor. Once both hands are on the floor, lift the hips and then drop both knees to the floor. With both knees on the floor, you're in a much better position. Place that foot up and then push that hand into the knee to help assist you as you stand up. Again, same thing coming back down. Step forward into a lunge position. Push that hand down as the back knee touches. Then drop the knee, both hands on the floor. Drop the hip. Place that elbow and shoulder to the floor and then roll over. Again, standing back up here, I'll show it one more time. It's a little more fluid. Make this your own movement. Don't just follow my rules here, but this is a template to give you an idea of a better way to get up and get down from the floor. As we get older, getting up and down from the floor can become terrifying. So, especially when you have back pain. So make sure you take your time figuring out how to control your body up and down from the floor. Give it a try. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you coming to improve your health. Make sure you give Sean a round of applause. Let him know you appreciate his help as well. I'll see you guys next week.